Take it. Is for real? I'm hearing about a savior. God become man to save, restore, and heal. There is no way to win this. It's only by his grace. It's a sweet, sweet sound. I ain't hanging around, cause I just wanna see his face. I know maybe, oh maybe that's someone. It's gotta be you. Oh Jesus, it's you. Well, I was looking for something, and I was looking for somewhere. Yes, I was looking for someone who'll always be true. Yes, I was looking for something. Yes, I was looking for somewhere. And I've been looking for someone who'll always be true. Oh, maybe that's someone. It's gotta be you. Yes, it's gotta be you. Jesus, it's gotta be you. Maybe that's someone. Oh, that someone is you. Well, I've been looking for something. Yes, I've been looking for somewhere. Oh, I've been looking for someone. It's gotta be you. It's gotta be you. Yes, it's gotta be you. It's gotta be you. Oh, it's gotta be you, you. I'm glad. Life's troubles seem to drag you down. Complications, frustrations make you feel it's a waste of time. I believe we're just passing through. I'm never gonna be here again. You gotta make the most of every day. Live your life while you can. Oh, it don't get much better than this. Simple pleasures we sometimes miss. The comfort of a friend when you're feeling down. Don't get much better than this. It don't get much better than this. Everybody could make their own list. A good old amp and a nice guitar. Don't get much better than this. Well, you can keep your games and your fantasies. They never meant that much to me. To save the future, we must face the past. Try to make a good thing last. Evening. It's 8 o'clock on a Sunday. Regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man, he's sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He said, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. Now, John at the bar, he's a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free. And he's quick with a joke, or he'll light up your smoke. But there's some place that he'd rather be. Oh, he said, John, I believe this is killing me. As the smile ran away from his face. Oh, I know I could be a big movie star if I could get out of this place. La la la, la la la. La la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. Pretty good crowd for a brand new Sunday. And the manager
She gets there in the end.
So,
I say so.
Hello.
Over there.
Oh, I'm in the wrong one. I'm
in the
all right.
Steinway Hall. You give me a smile. It's a modern opera I'm just composing now.
Oh, please don't. Please don't.
You know when you turn on to BBC.
Listen.
Remember you turn on to BBC Two, right?
No. Can I just say,
what? I'm talking.
people are watching, having missed us for the last few weeks, and you're making them turn off in droves. So just behave yourself.
I would never love you all. Right, all of that.
You've got the test signal already.
And there we are. Well, it's here we are, love. Finally, we've had the family all day.
Yeah.
In fact, for 2 days.
Yes.
And now we are literally on the floor.
It has been lovely. It has been lovely to have a family. It has.
And we just thought we better do one now, because if we don't do one now, time will go on. Easter's coming. We're away, working up in Loughborough over the weekend.
We are.
So it's going to be a bit of a schlep to get up there and a time away. So we thought we'd give you a new Steinway room. And we will go through in a minute all the changes that we have made and have been made, or should we say. And we'll give you a little kind of a little epic in a moment. And I was just going to say to Rachel, because we're flying tonight by the seat of our pants, because it's brand new. All the systems are new. Every plug-in is new. All the software is new, or more or less, and the hardware is definitely new. But we're going to give you a little kind of spot where we do the special place where we do interviews. We'll also go to that. So have our special
interview room, which is off the Steinway
room,
yeah,
into the next room.
Yes.
We've done all kinds of things to get it in there. So have a video ready, Rachel, at some point. I don't know. You can choose. I leave it to your good choices. And she's just come back from spring harvest, so I had 4.5 hours sleep. And so I think she's probably a little bit bad-tempered with me, which makes no difference at all, as usual. Then for me. So where was I? Are you all right?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm absolutely fine.
So look at the camera. Don't look at me.
I'm sorry. I'm wanting to gaze at my Lord and Master.
I know. We're a mile away. We'll show you the camera angles in a minute. Everything that you can see, with advice from this is the studio that the community has built. I think we can truly say this.
We can say that.
In so many ways. And we wanted to see where your thoughts were, where your money had gone, and all of that. And we want you to know that we're grateful for all that you've done to make this happen. Any responses? Anything?
Oh yes, lots of people are very excited about being here. Gareth says, "Good evening, all. I don't know. We go offline for a couple of weeks, and the TARDIS gets a complete remake."
Yes,
as the song says. What's going on?
Really? What's
going on?
What song is that exactly, Gareth? Because I know you're an old geezer, retired now.
Is that the Bee Gees?
What? The Bee Gees? Well, from 1964. I'm sorry, Sue. I'm too young. I don't know these kind of songs. I'm a trendy hipster, as you know. And Rachel didn't want me to put my my hat on today, but it's a pretty good crowd for a Sunday. The piano's been tuned as well, and the manager. Well, she gives me a smile. She knows that it's been me they've been coming to see, to forget about life for a while. Oh, and the piano, it sounds like a carnival, and the microphone, it smells like a beer. And they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, "Man, what are you doing here?" La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. jolly good. I haven't got the words for this. Nothing like that, is there? Thank you for that. Who knows where it is?
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Thanks for this.
It's about fourth in the pile.
Been a long time traveling down this hard and rocky road. We're all just trying to survive. Walking together and sharing the load. Doing all we can to stay alive. I believe the journey's nearly over. I believe these troubled times will end. I believe we'll find a better place just around the bend. We may be weary, and sometimes we just don't know how we can keep on keeping on. Take one day at a time, trust that history will show. When we're united, we are strong. I believe the journey is nearly over. I believe these troubled times will end. I believe we'll find a better place just around the bend. So take care of each other, for we all need a hope that heals, a love that mends. Even when the darkness is as far as we can see, the sun will shine again somewhere just around the bend.
Again. That's great. That was again and bend, okay? A mix between. It will shine just around the bend.
So take care of each other. We all need the hope that heals, a love that mends. Even when the darkness is as far as we can see, the sun will shine again, I believe, just around the bend. Just around the bend. I believe the journey is nearly over. I believe these troubled times will end. I believe we'll find a better place just around the bend. I believe we'll find a better place just around the bend.
That's a beautiful song written by Paul Field and myself during lockdown, actually. Written on the banjo that you can see if you look back at the camera here.
Hang on a minute, let's see if I can find
Let's
it.
find that one. And let's see, can we do that one?
Not quite. Oh, hang on a minute.
You should
If
be
I
able to
go
see
to
from that
the
angle
guest.
there.
Oh, where's the next one?
Oh,
The
here we
guest,
go.
okay.
This is
No,
what's
that's
called
fine.
teething. But there we go.
No,
Is
that's
that
fine.
it? You
It's
got
fine.
it?
I
I
just-
can't see it. See
No,
what
but
you're doing.
that's where the guest room is.
Oh, that's it. And that's through the guest room there.
Yeah.
And you can see the banjo. That was where that song was written, and I just fiddle-faddled around that on that and a few chords, and I sent it and I said, "It's about travelling, Paul. Write a song about travelling, mate." And he came out with that one, and then used it quite a lot.
John Bound says the sound quality is better in the new room, and Lynn Bird said, "I love the aerial shots." So the fact that they can see the whole thing, which is great.
It's in, and this one. Until around about 1 o'clock this afternoon, we had the most splendid few days.
We
and
did.
We thought to ourselves, you know
Sunshine.
what? This sounds like summer time, and the living is easier. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich, and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings you're gonna wake up crying. You're gonna spread your wings and you'll take to the sky. Oh, until that morning, there ain't nothing to harm you. With your daddy and mommy standing by. Fish jumping and the is high until that morning. There ain't nothing can harm you. With your daddy and mommy standing by.
Wow.
I actually think the piano sounds a whole lot better.
Yeah, a couple of people have commented on that already. They've said that the piano sounds fantastic, as do you. And I agree.
It's more room
actually.
in the space.
Yeah, there's.
Now we've got a
yeah.
120-foot hall.
Yeah, you're
so-
such a long way away. I'm really struggling to see you,
Just-
actually.
where are
To
you?
get one with binoculars.
Yeah, it's that. Actually, everybody, it is quite.
It is more
a
spacious.
Long way out.
It is quite spacious.
And we like it quite a lot. The other one that I quite fancied doing this time was... Oh, what was this one? Oh, yeah. Same key, strangely.
D, is it?
No, that's the worship key. So
Okay,
you
right,
must
sorry.
get
Oops.
You must get it right, love. Everything's in D. Remember that, okay? And Paul only writes in D. So basically,
That's why I asked.
Christian singer-songwriters only write in D or G. To be fair, they can write in D or G. So a lot of Paul Field songs, he always says, "Yeah." I say, "What key is it in today?" And he said, "Oh, D, mate, always D." So this one is. My funny car Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? But don't change a hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine. Stay. It's Valentine's Day. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? Oh, but don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine. Stay. It's Valentine's Day. Instant arrangement number 342.
Lovely. Well, I'm having fun.
So, what are we getting? Any news and views?
Yes, people are enjoying it very much. Rachel has asked us if we are happy with the room, and we are. We are very happy with the room. It sounds great. It's the piano just sounds so much nicer in a room where it can breathe and sing. And I have to say that Jonathan is also enjoying being in a room where he can breathe and sing.
Yes, because until now I've been using oxygen most of the time. Although I have to say, talking about time, we looked up, didn't we, Sue, in our kitchen?
We did.
was
We
a
had a
sad
bit
time.
of a moment. 24 years ago, we finished the extension that's on our kitchen for sort of dining area. And our good friends, the Bathgates, came to stay with us. And as a gift, they gave us
The clock that fitted.
clock.
And do you know, as I looked at the clock today,
matched the kitchen
was perfect.
beautifully.
But it brought to mind the question that's in all of our minds, which is, as the clock stopped, never to strike again, is this...
And upside down.
Is this the end of time? And I just ask you that question now.
Oh, 1 minute past 12.
Or is that just a broken
Could
clock?
be.
It
It's
could
just
be. I think I'm just going to say it's a
And
broken
before
clock.
you ask, yes, we have changed the battery a couple of times and it does not work. So we had a memorial moment when we all stood very seriously by the clock and the children thought we were barking mad, but we just stood there and said, this clock has been part of our lives for so long, but it is now gone. May it rest in
Now,
peace.
I think actually, what I'd like to do is I'd like to
What?
do this
What?
song.
No,
for,
what?
I'd like the
What?
backing track for Oceans, please, because I think I better get to do this one because I think we didn't do this last time we were on, and then we finished. So it is for Sue. Give me a moment. Well, I'll tell you who it's for. It is Sarah Porteous's father. No, not father. Good. I'm glad that you got it written down anyway. That's good. Sarah Porteous. I'll sing it, and then Sue will find it and give you the dedication as she's lost it. So let's put this one on, Oceans.
For Uncle Kevin. It was his birthday.
You call me out upon the waters, the great unknown, where feet may fail. And there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep, my faith will stand. I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans arise, my soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours and you are mine. Oh, your grace abounds in deepest waters. Your sovereign hand will be my guide. Where feet may fail and fear surrounds me, you've never failed, and you won't start now. I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans arise, my soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours and you are mine. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters, wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves when oceans rise, and I will call upon your name. Keep my eyes above the waves when oceans rise. My soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours, you are mine. And that was for Sue.
That was for Uncle Kevin. Sarah Porteous's Uncle Kevin was 60 last month, I think. So I do apologise that it's taken a while to get there, but we did
A mere
get there.
youngster.
But there we are.
A mere youngster. I mean, considering the people I've got in this room at a very, very old age, aren't you now? You're coming out, it's June, isn't it? It's June. I realised I'd married an old woman suddenly. You know that, when it comes to you.
Sorry, I didn't realise I hadn't put my camera on so that you could see me eye rolling.
Right. Well, I mean, Sue, you're looking good, though.
Thank you very
For
much.
your age, all right? Sue, how long is it going to take you before you know you're that kind of person that comes to you and says, "You'll
I'm
never
85,
guess how
you know."
old I am."
I'm
And I always say
85.
116 to that. Okay, so it's the main thing is when you're getting older, do not say. So John and Margaret Bown, do not say to me, "You'll never guess how old." You'll never guess how old I am, son. Don't do that. Okay, doesn't suit you. You're in your 80s and just behave as if you're in your 60s, and then that'll be fine. Sue, how have you got on this week, and what's been happening with you
Well,
in
can
your
I
life?
just say, it's more than a week, isn't it? We've got a lot to catch up on.
We have.
A lot to catch up on.
So tell us a few of the things that you need to catch up on then.
So I've had a very busy time. I've been conducting a number of funerals. March was a very busy
I thought you were going
month.
to say conducting then. not just-
Conducting. No, I don't conduct. But I was conducting funerals. And that was a privilege for me with a lot of people. So I needed a bit of a rest. Then we went over to the Isle of Wight and had a lovely time. Caught up with Adrian and Nicola over there and a number of other people. We do know an awful lot of people who live on the Isle of Wight now, don't we?
We do. And it was quite odd, wasn't it? Because we were walking along the front there. And it wasn't many days because you came back to do the choir.
Yeah.
And so we were, for our Stainless Crucifixion on Good Friday that I'm conducting. And so we were coming along and I just thought, if I meet one more person, I literally will jump in the sea and swim to the end. It'll be quicker. Because it was going to be, I mean, everybody that we saw. It was lovely to see them, however.
It was very nice to see them.
We
It
met
was
the
very nice to
DeQuets
see
and
them.
various people and
Yes.
and everybody would stop and they were, "Oh, hello," and that kind of hello. So
And actually,
hellos-
can I just say,
oh,
it wasn't just people that we knew, but of course, Jonathan was striking up a conversation with every single person that we passed.
No, that's not quite true.
Well, on one walk it was.
Well, yes, but that
Oh,
was
there's
only
a
because
seal
people
out there and-
because well, no,
Right,
he
and
was
what do
he
they
won-
call the seal off the
he
coast
was
of
Ron Seal.
Ron Seal?
And it's because Ron Seal.
Ron
I
Seal.
thought it was quite good.
Yeah.
But that's
That's
because
what the islanders call him.
people don't stop being needy, do they? So you kind of they wanted to talk, and when they want to talk, I talk to them. But people have different levels of hello. Do you notice how people do this? They go and they go. If they're walking towards you, they make some kind of move to stop, some kind of gesture. They go, "Oh, hello." Now that That one is, that's a cup of coffee, at least, and a piece of shortbread.
Talk.
Okay, that's going to be. And then these, oh my word. That's a 3-course meal. That's at least an Indian later on. We must meet
you
up.
For years.
All right?
So
and then
much
there's
to tell
Then
you.
there's the sitting down and saying, we really must catch up. Why don't we holiday together? Right? There's that one. And that's the one
There's
that you always
also
fear.
the one that speeds up as they come
As they
towards
come towards you and
says,
go, hi.
Lovely to see you.
That's right. And that's the one. When as they're literally saying it as they're passing you. You're going, bye. All right, there's that one. Now I don't know why a lot of people do that with me. That is definitely
Or
the
they
one
put
I
their
get.
head down so they can't see you.
Sorry?
If I can't see him, he won't talk to me.
No, that's right. So, Sue, do you want to choose a song?
I would like. I'm just gonna. I want you to play a Beatles song, please.
Sorry? Sorry? What do you mean you want me to play a Beatles
I
song?
want you to play a Beatles song. And
You could have
whilst you're
given me some
playing it,
warning.
And whilst you're playing it, can I just say, if someone writes in with another idea of a Beatles song, then I'll
Thank
get
you.
him to play
Well,
that.
that's good.
So let's see how long we can keep him on playing Beatles songs, shall we?
I don't know that many Beatles songs. I'm a very young person. I was very young when they came out, and
Listen, you know all about Mozart. You know all about the Beatles.
What would you say if I sung out of tune? Would you say that to be alone? Oh, you get by with a little help from my friends. Oh, I can try with a little help from my friends. Oh, you could try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I want somebody to love. Could it be anybody to give somebody to love? Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Oh, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Oh, I've run out of words and a little help
Would
with
you
my
like another
friends.
song?
With a little help from my friends. Whatever.
Right, quite a popular one is When I'm 64.
When I get older, I'm in my head. Right, so hold on. Right, you know the words. Grab the microphone. No, don't you start. No. You cannot go giving me all this stuff. Right, if I go, 1, 2, 3, 4. When I get older, losing my head.
Many years.
Too high, isn't it? Let's do it. When I get older, losing my head. Many years from now.
Join in, everyone.
Da.
Will you still remember me on a Valentine? Birthday greetings, bottle of wine. Till 3:15.
When I look the door, will you still need me? Will you still need me? When I'm 64, when I'm 60, long. When I'm 64. When I'm 64. Ba-dum-ba. Now, listen, you cannot say, Sue, that this...
How about...
Sorry. Do you mind?
Mother Mary Comes to Me, or...
No.
Eleanor Rigby? Penny Lane?
Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And time to trouble, something's right in front of me or whatever, whispering words of wisdom, let it be. Oh, let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be.
That's it.
If you find out the words
Hey
for me.
Jude?
Hey Jude. Oh, goodness. Hey. No, this you've got to be careful how you start this one. Because if you remember, it goes to the end.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. So, hey Jude, don't make me sad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember
remember to let her into your heart, then you can start to make it better, 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 better. Ooh. La, 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 la. Hey Jude. La, 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 la. La 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 la, hey Jude, 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 Jude. La 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 la, last extemporization. La 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 la, hey Jude, hey Jude, hey Jude, hey Jude, hey Jude, hey Jude. This is not working, is it? Let's be honest.
Oh, it's quite fun. It's quite fun.
Nothing for you.
Are you going to tell them the story of when we sang that at Christmas one year? Do you remember?
No,
Nick,
I don't.
Nick sang it. And
Which
he
one?
got everyone in the house, all the family, doing this. And I shall never forget your mother sitting there waving her hands in the air to Hey
Mum,
Jude.
to Hey Jude, to the
Yeah,
Beatles.
bless her.
Who,
Bless
when we
her.
were growing
Anyway,
up, we
right,
weren't
moving
allowed
on.
Something in the way, something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. Something in the way she moves, right? I don't want to leave her now. I don't want to leave her now. Great songs, that one. Oh, that was one. Back in the U.S. How's it USSR? I'm going.
No, let's not do that one. That's a bit complicated.
Um,
All you need is love.
All you need is love. Ba-ba-da-da-da. All you need is love. Ba-ba-da-da-da. All you need is love. Ba-ba-da-da-da. All you need is love. She loves you. That's hard to do on the piano. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah, 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 yeah. It's hard. Some of them are.
Yesterday?
I just did that one oh yes. Oh no, I didn't. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. That's so true.
So true.
Now
So
it
true.
looks as though they're here to stay. I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, life was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. I believe in yesterday. She had to know, I don't know, she wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now the shadow hanging over me, for I believe in yesterday. No, I did that properly, nearly.
You did. You sang it
remember
very
the words.
well.
Why don't I
It's
remember?
slight rearranging of words, but that
Well, I
doesn't
can-
matter because
hey.
you're doing it completely without
Without any safety
Exactly.
net at all.
Exactly.
And I think actually it's not fair to do it to me, but you do it anyway.
Well, of course.
Um,
I had the power.
Yes, you do. Do you know what? I think what we need to do is we need to see a few pictures of what things
Oh, you got
happened.
them,
How long?
Rachel.
How long is it, Rachel? How long is this?
Is it about?
Hello. Oh, we have Rachel online with us. Rachel, good evening.
Hello. Let me turn you
Hello.
down.
Let me say
Hello.
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 Hello. That's what with Barovian when they say hello, and it's now you have to push the lips slightly forward. You have to say,
What?
hello. Right. I'm
What are
gonna
you
try
up
again.
to?
Hello, Rachel.
Do you want the
How are
test
you?
card again?
No,
You've had 2 already.
I'm trying.
No, he's had
Barovian.
3.
But you see, I get into what's called generic Northern, and that's
Yeah.
not right. You see,
That's not right,
That's not
no.
right. That's more Yorkshire. It's kind of like that now down Macclesfield way. And I feel that really you're Barovian. hello, right, Rachel.
Yeah.
You've been to Spring Harvest. You're
Yes.
very tired. You shouldn't
Yes.
be here. You should be in bed, right? But you came down here and you had one hell of a difficult time, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. It's been an interesting
Not least
few
of all
weeks.
with me.
No, it's been an interesting few weeks. Travelling all around the country, but yeah, coming to you was a big highlight. Making sure this was all up and running, and I think it's still a work in progress from my end, but it's still up and running.
And how is it sounding from where you are with in your headphones?
At the minute, I'm on my desk speaker, so it's sounding all right at the minute.
Okay, yeah, good. I mean, I think in general, the feeling is that the vision mixing is great.
That's Sue tonight.
Is it? Right, so Sue, do you know where every camera is, Sue? And why don't we just go through the shots that people do, but one by one, okay? So you take them
Okey-dokey.
through it, Sue.
So this shot that's on at the minute is from the Steinway itself. Is actually attached to the Steinway.
It's attached to the Steinway, which you can see when you do the one behind me. You can
Or you could
see
do that's the
Change
top
aerial
one.
shot now, because we can now see everything from the aerial shot. So
there's the aerial shots.
you can see
right?
the main camera is attached to the Steinway.
you see that?
So that's that shot there.
right in the middle there, right?
Then we have one behind Jonathan, which gives you the keys without his tummy in the way. And so that's better than the shot we had before. And then we've
Then
got
we
the
have
one
the
that's-
Owen Lamb
that's-
Memorial
There's
camera.
this one inside the
Oh, right.
piano.
That's nice. I think, and Poppy, my granddaughter, she helped me polish this.
She did. It looks
It-
gleaming.
it looks
It looks
gleaming, doesn't it?
fantastic.
It really does.
Really gleaming.
It's and after it's been tuned, it does take a bit of settling, I think.
Yeah.
But how is it sounding piano wise?
Oh, just glorious. It's sort of, it is, isn't it? It's
Well, if you
sounding
actually
wonderful.
I was practicing. I was doing something. I was trying to write something around this. It's some kind of a. Suddenly it sings.
It does. It does.
And the piano. Now we have taken the lid off,
Yes.
As you
which
can
is quite
see.
a major thing, wasn't it? A decision of mine to remove it when the piano movers. You can see that crescent moon. Can you give them the
Yeah,
shot
no,
there?
I've got the aerial shot on.
And so you've got that crescent moon there sitting permanently, and they can.
It's
put it
actually
back
quite
on.
heavy.
What the lid?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a massive piece of wood. But the piano itself, they said, is quite light. And as we found out, it's all on wheels. We didn't know that before. After 13 years of leaving it static because I didn't know you could move it.
Mind you, to be fair, I think they did sort of tidy up the wheels a bit so they're a bit easier to move.
But we have got, and we haven't given you that shot yet, but we're going to give you that shot in a second. What I would call the interview spot.
Okay.
Not now, but in a few seconds we're going to have a video, and then we're going to do that. But for you, Rachel.
Yes.
What was your highlight and your low light?
Of doing what? This?
This.
What?
Yeah, I don't think
the
Spring
whole 5 years or just that?
Oh, that's funny.
No.
Listen, I'll do the comedy. You stick to the techie work and the test card, all right? Now,
Got what?
so-
No. Highlight was, I would say after spending a couple of days getting it up and running, like on the Tuesday, I was sort of, how am I going to actually get this transferred from one space that we knew and knew so well into a bigger space, where to put things, how to secure it so there wasn't anything on the floor. And then by the time we went live on Wednesday, even though there was a lot of teething issues, we got there. But I think it's quite nice to actually go somewhere with it, and we're still lots to grow with it.
Yeah, it is nice actually, and it's a shame we couldn't have David Hicks with us, who was also very instrumental in making that happen, wasn't it? He was
Yes,
he was a great help. He was a great help.
Really good help. Thank you.
Yeah, he did.
It's also on the Wednesday and Thursday, sort of helped as a fresh pair of eyes.
Yeah.
Like, if that went there, where would that go actually on the trunk for like cable management?
But and the cable management, talking English, that means for people where the wires go. All right.
Basically, yeah. So Jonathan doesn't fall over.
Or Sue doesn't, or we can work in here because I've got students coming in on Wednesday for a big opera day here in the house, and they'll use this room as well for some of their work. And so, sitting down and having space to move and put a band. I've already talked to my boys about coming in, and they're going to come in and do a session and a kind of revival of this room, because this room was used to rehearse the 2013 show with the boys.
Yeah.
All those years, and we had 8 people in here rehearsing. Can you believe? We didn't have the grand piano.
No, to be fair, Steinway felt so big in the other room, like it dwarfed it when we put all the kit in. Now it feels like tiny.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It feels small in the corner. It feels like a baby grand, but it's not a baby grand. It's a medium.
And actually, I was able to, because we took the lid off, I was able to reach different parts of it to get cables or be easier.
How many cables are there? Do you know?
There's about 12 just into the new desk.
Yeah, so it's a new mixing desk. Those of you who contributed as well helped to make this easier, so that the sound will be better, just so that you know where your money went. And we will be doing, just for you, so for transparency, we will be doing a spreadsheet so that you can see on request where your money went. We do this for absolute transparency. We have not taken any of that money. It has all gone on the to make this room what it is, and also move the piano and decorate. And the other person involved, of course, who isn't online tonight, is Al, who came and decorated this place. And not forgetting Elaine, who helped me when we had to get all these books off the shelves. I got rid of a third of my music, Rachel.
Yeah, I was just showing some pictures that you sent me earlier.
Oh, here they are.
So this is when it was empty, like after you emptied it, and it was quite sad actually, because the last time I saw it that empty is when I stripped it out 2 years ago.
And was this with with nothing in it at all, or the piano?
Oh, there goes the piano. We got the picture of the piano coming out of the house.
Yeah.
These guys were amazing. They were so nice, so friendly, and nothing was too much trouble. And Jonathan had been worried about clearing space for them. Oh no, don't worry, mate. We'll do that. And they were just nothing.
And then I think the next one's a video. Sorry, I shouldn't talk.
Video. Let's watch it. I don't think there's anything. Is there any sound on it? I don't think so.
Yeah, nice.
Probably cut it. Just in case they were swearing.
It wasn't a couple of months ago.
Facebook took it down.
Oh.
That was not me.
That was not me either. I touched nothing. And there we are. That's what it looks like from Jonathan's point of view.
So that's when it was actually just moved as well, because it wasn't.
Just in.
Yeah.
Nothing had been done then, apart from we put all Elaine and I. Well, Elaine had just been brutal with me about the music that I had to get rid of, and that was 2 lots of 2 great big green bin liners filled with music. I had to put a note on the thing to say they were so heavy. Could you, please forgive me for all.
Shall we see what the vid that you? Yeah.
Excuse me. Hold on. Wait a minute.
I've turned you down. That's why I can't hear.
My life. My life was in that music, Susan Ann. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we got rid of all of that, and then Elaine left, and the removers were able to come once everything was up. And you see behind me even now. This is the music some of my music scores from my career. And the others,
we can see them at the moment because they're up there. We got pictures of the Steinway in the room before we got any cameras in there. That's what we're looking at the moment.
Then the last thing you sent me was the video that you did when I had destroyed the room putting cables everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a look.
But give that. That's how it looked.
Oh, look.
Here we are
Oh.
in the mess.
And it was
Oh,
just,
those
it was
cables.
like Spaghetti Junction.
Wow.
It was Birmingham at its worst. And you just think how you make sense of that. And so every wire has to be trunked and effectively created into what's called a multi-core. Explain what a multi-core is, please, Rachel.
A multi-core is, say, 10 cables in one big chunky cable. Is that less technical for you?
Yeah, that's about right. So you put all the cables together to form a multi-core. A multi-core. So it happens in churches and in organisations, and it's safe. It does mean, however, when you need to get them out, you need to. But if you've got them in an orderly fashion, you can then, if one fails, you can pull one out and start again.
Yeah.
Which is what we were trying to do. And Owen, we have to give Owen a real shout out because he came in, bless him, and not only did he contribute to the financially to it, but
Had some great
he
ideas.
had some great ideas about the picture behind me. What is it that's behind you? And ever since he said that, I've been thinking about when you watch Rachel podcasts and things, and you see what's behind them, and either it's if it's an accident, it looks awful. It looks like they've got ill-sized pictures behind them, or there's children's toys, or it's intentional, like they have a book behind them they're advertising or something like that. But what I think his point was that you don't want to get distracted by what's behind you.
No.
Because before in the Steinway room, his point was that there were corners of everything. There were corners of the mirror, corners of the this, corners of that. And so Owen, we thank you for that. And that picture, that video camera up there, which is that one.
The aerial shot.
The aerial shot both ways. He suggested we put it up there, which instead of putting it on the wall, we've managed to attach it to the curtain rail.
Because originally you wanted either holes in your ceiling, walls, and everything, but we managed to just get clamps, which is a lot easier.
Clamped, which means it's easier to undress it at the end. If we have to move everything for any reason, which is yes.
Like you say, at least it's still a working room without having to fill holes.
Absolutely, I can work it. I can teach from here as well. But also, I hope you like the shots with the guitars. I think the guitars add a real. With guitars and mandolins and banjos.
I think I got on when I was taking some photos, I got quite a nice one going right down.
Yeah, right down the guitars. It's a lovely, lovely shot. So we thank everybody, those of you who contributed generously to what we did, and that will be available in the next few weeks once we've worked out exactly what it was, and we just like to be accountable to you at all times, and to be above board. With any finances that we get given, and so that's where it is. I tell you what, Rachel, I'm going to leave you to do a video, and then we'll have a little surprise for you.
Right, I got that. Because I didn't even queue one up earlier because I was too busy yapping and sorting things out.
I leave it to your choice.
Oh, really? Oh, is that wise?
Yes, I know it isn't wise. Just put the thing on and get off. And thank you, Rachel, for all the work you've done.
You're welcome. One sec.
When I'm down and all is so weary, when trouble comes, my heart burdened, then I'm still waiting in the silence until you come, and so there is no life without its sun. Each restless heart beats so incredible. walk on stormy seas. And I am strong, and I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I need. And I'm strong when I'm on your shoulder. You raise me up to more than I need. You raise me up to more than I
And here we have the boys.
Hello, David.
Hello.
Hicks. As I live and breathe, because we couldn't have a Barovian all the way coming down just to do this. But you live round the corner, and you've come in here to you offered your services yesterday or today, and I thought actually, from time to time you may be required, and but you were involved in this a lot.
Yeah, and I unfortunately wasn't able to be here as much as I'd planned because I've been
your mother.
looking after my mum because she very
had a fall.
carelessly decided to try and headbutt the carpet and broke her wrist 7 weeks ago. But she's now up and running and okay on her own. So
No more headbutting.
no, and she said she's not going to do it again because it wasn't much fun. So
How old is she?
94.
94, and
Yeah.
she's up and running again. Well, not running, but
Yeah, up and
quite an extraordinary woman, isn't she?
able to be on her own again.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And just to say that David is quite a chap about this because he's been to Dartford or around the M25 for 3-4 days a week.
4 days a week. Yeah, we're going
4 days a
Sunday
week
night,
for how many?
coming back-
6 weeks.
Yeah, 7 weeks.
7 weeks. So staying there 4 days a week with
And
your
my
mum.
sister's been coming down from Lincoln and doing the other 3.
Oh, I mean that's real. That's real Hicks. Stickability, and that's what I think is what I like. I've interviewed you before, and it's your stickability, your persistence, and sticking with something. And it was great having you here with Rachel, because she was entangled with these wires when
Just coming in cold, looking around and saying, Rachel had got all of the bare bones, and it's how are we going to make that work? And it was staring at it and chatting for about 10, 20 minutes, and then we thought, well, why don't we just do that? And bit by bit, it sort of fell into place.
Well, yeah, but it took a long time.
It did.
It took a
And then, or in terms of working out what to do, and then we spent half a day crawling around the floor, putting cable ties on to just get all the cables tied around the edge for now until we can box them in
to
properly.
box them in. But did you come and measure stuff the other day?
Yeah.
for so that we can tidy it away, and eventually we'll get some curtains in here as well, so it looks. But it's going to be exciting to have some musicians in here. Again, we've got coming up. Sue Rinaldi is coming on I think the 25th of May. I think we've agreed with her on that date. But Bryn is looking at the dates I've offered him. He's going to come in and do it. He'll be amazed at the space and at the facility to just plug in quickly, which will be great. And we've got Cindy Kent coming in. She's can't wait to come in. The one from the Settlers. You know, the lightning tree lady, City Cindy Kent, MBE, Reverend Cindy Kent, no less. So we've got quite a few people coming in over the next few weeks. But what's the exciting bit for you about seeing this?
Seeing it, having been talking about it for months, from when it first became a problem that we had to move. You had to move the Steinway out of the Steinway room, and we talk about how could we make it work. And it was before Christmas that we ran the network out here, which was the prerequisite.
That's what he first did. The network means the Wi-Fi. So he had to get things out. We have to have very powerful Wi-Fi to make it work. And David had recommended me, and Rachel had recommended U-Fiber, which is a new Wi-Fi thing. And I recommend it to anybody. And it's very powerful, very fast, and it means we don't lose any pictures.
Yeah, because the network you had out here was done through a mains carried extent, and it was adequate, but adequate for basic browsing the web or whatever, but nothing anything meaty like broadcasting the show. So we ran an armoured cable out, and
here we are.
So that was when it started, and then
are you pleased with it?
Piano came in, and it looks fantastic. And I'm not sure it's quite lost in here, but it certainly fits the room better. You know, there's room to move around. We're sitting here. You know, the piano's over here. It's out of. We're not sort of crammed up around the pianos we were in the Steinway room.
So we have this as a space for when we do podcasts and things like that, because I've got a whole lot of people lined up to do that now, and just coming in here and a table between us, and doing two cameras, and so it means that we can actually start our own proper podcast from this room. And I think actually it's also a good thing for you, Sue, isn't it? Because are you on camera?
No, but I can be.
So it's good for you too, because you tell us why it's good for you, because I don't want to tell you what you think.
I think it's great to have all this space, and it's we did it in all that time in our other room, and it was wonderful to sort of fit it all in, but it was always a bit cramped. And the more adventurous we became with having guests and so on, so the space got closer and closer. But it's wonderful to have it just in this lovely space. It feels a very calm space.
It does, doesn't it? And out away from the house.
I mean, there are things that are going to be different.
Like
I was
getting
wondering
wet from here to the front door.
Yes, we talked about this, that actually, because we have to leave the house to come across the patio to get in here. Oh, what will happen if it's raining? Oh, well, it won't be too bad. And of course, today's the first one, and it was absolutely torrential.
Rain.
So, but actually, it's been fine. We got the gazebo up, so part of it is actually undercover, I think.
I'm wondering whether we should build a complete, undercover.
Or a subway. We could do a subway.
Yeah, why don't we dig? Okay, if we could just start the appeal. This is the official beginning for the appeal for the subway, so that I don't get my head wet. All right, how about that? Not Sue's hair, by the way.
No, definitely not.
But I think there'll be Steinway umbrellas soon, won't there? At the doors, at both ends of the doors. So the Steinway. I've had an audience with Jonathan Veira on the umbrella, right? And what do you think?
I think there's going to be a number of things that are going to be different, actually. One of them is that we won't be able to hear any Amazon deliveries, because if you remember, hands up those of you who remember the Amazon delivery that arrived, absolutely at the moment when Jonathan was saying the only thing that keeps us going is having Amazon deliveries. And it was sort of suddenly this hand appeared through the window. And was
through the window?
Hang on.
It was.
I've got a parcel for you. So, well, we're out here. We can't hear anything. But equally...
We're out here, we can't hear anything.
We can't hear anything.
I love that.
It's quite nice. And the neighbours are not going to have the sound in the same kind of way, because we had to have perhaps a window cracked open or something just to give us a bit of air in there. And they're not
Which in
going
the summer, I think we could find, we haven't got aircon in here.
No, and we will have to open the windows here.
I think but in the garden it's
and the door maybe.
Yeah. So
But yes, so the neighbours are going to miss it, and they're going to miss the purple light glowing from our room when we're live.
Yeah,
I think they might miss that.
Yeah.
But the neighbours who are neighbouring our garden will have the joy of the
barbecue and
Yes.
free music or whatever. Anyway, it's. I just wanted to say a big thank you to you as well, because you gave up a huge amount of your time and your brain power. Because now you've retired, you're looking for things to do.
Well,
and
got to keep the brain going. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And it's so great to have. He's on tour with us, and all of that. And so actually, what like a Radio 2 disc jockey. I'm going to make the link straight away. Thank you for coming, David, and we welcome you back very many times, I'm sure, when you're going to be doing all the online mixing when Rachel's not around. And so, to that end, Sue, what are the notices? Take me off camera.
Right, and the notices are, well, we've got some shows coming up, and in April, the only one we've got is this New Springs Church in Loughborough next Sunday, which is Easter Sunday, where Jonathan will be doing his stuff at New Springs Church in Loughborough. On May the 3rd, we're at Churchdown again, which I'm so looking forward to, with the lovely Connells and David and Mary, lovely people, and they organise a great show. So we're looking forward to seeing them on the 3rd. On the 16th, we are going to be at the Appledore Festival, which is Roger Jones's festival down in North Devon. And Jonathan is doing a show on the 16th and various things on the Saturday, the 17th as well. What isn't up there is that the week of, I can't remember which one it is, but we are going to be at, no, it's not Cromer. I'll stop looking at Cromer. It is at Conwy. And in Conwy, there is a Christian Endeavour place called Beechwood Court, and we have recently discovered that they had. Thank you very much. So Monday the 19th, we are at this Beechwood Court, which will be wonderful. A week there with Jonathan and I, and it was a bit of a surprise. We didn't know that they thought we were going, and they didn't know that we didn't know that we were going. So, but thank the Lord that we actually discovered this, and so we're going to be at Beechwood Court, which will be fantastic. So if you can join us, that would be marvellous. That's, what date did we say? The 19th. So it's directly after the Appledore Festival. That's right. June, we have got June the 14th is at Kenny Valley Free Church in Bracknell. The 28th, we're up at Cromer. Then in July, at the end of July, we're at Thornley Christian Hotel, Grange-over-Sands, for our lovely week there. And then on the 23rd of August, we've got Paynton.
A lovely church.
Lovely
Paynton,
church there.
Absolutely fantastic.
And
people.
we do have some other dates coming up. What did I do? Where did I write them? Oh, yes, here they are. In October, we have October the 4th in Gosport and the 18th in St John's, Chesterfield. Now, those of you who know St John's, Chesterfield will know that we have, Rachel's reminding me that we got the 6th of September in Rossendale, and on the 12th of September, we have got Troon. So we've got 2 dates in September, and then in October, we've got Gosport on the 4th, and then Chesterfield on the 18th. And Chesterfield is St John's Chesterfield, which is John and Margaret Bounds Church, and they are providing light refreshments beforehand. So if you're not tempted to go for see Jonathan, come for the refreshments.
Because their refreshments are worth having.
They are worth having. So if you want to know anything about any of these shows, then it's sue@jonathanveira.com to ask me questions, or go to the jonathanveira.com website and enjoy that hugely, and find out all kinds of information that you have got going on, and find out the cost of the tickets, how to get tickets, etc., etc., etc. And if you have a question about anything, just write to me at sue@jonathanveira.com. And if you would like to have Jonathan come to your church, then write to me to find out how to do it. Now, can I just say, why don't you think about having Jonathan for a Christmas show? We have some Christmas dates left, so why don't you have a think? Could we have Jonathan at our church to do a show at Christmas? And just write to me and ask me some questions about it. But they are immensely fun. Yes, Rachel, I have seen the message. So as far as future Steinway dates are concerned, we will let you know. We're busy sorting them out, but we are getting there. So we will put that up on the Facebook, apart from anything else, the Facebook group. And yes, I think we'll just go straight to the end of the notices. And Jonathan, you're going to talk about Got a Friend Trust?
We've been away for quite some time, but we've been with Adrian last week, who's not watching tonight. He's got his family tonight, and so I think they're watching the day after. But
Actually, no, he suggested a rocking chair because we needed to prove that Val Doonican lives again.
So he's in.
He's in, yes. he's
Hello,
in.
Ada. So Adrian is in tonight, and I have to say, it was just great seeing the way that he and Nicola are just caring for those people who need it. And it was something I remember my mother saying to me when I talked about, we walked down that the street in and by the sea, and people were stopping us. Do you know what? I'd rather it that way than it was the other way, where we didn't get stopped. We stop because we care, and Got a Friend Trust was started all those years ago now, and with a running fund that is still blessing people to this day and helping many people in need at their greatest point of need. It's not there to finance you through your mortgage. Unfortunately, we can't do that. We can't buy your house for you. There's not enough for that. But there is maybe to fit a washing machine in, or to do a new cupboard or a wardrobe that you might need, or a bed or something that actually you cannot now afford because times are really rough. And we are very aware of in the last few days of the Trumpian efforts to destabilize the world. And in doing so, what happens is that the tariffs destabilize the market, and eventually it kicks on to ordinary people. And it's usually people at the bottom end of the financials that get affected. And I don't care about, I'll use this platform to talk about this. And we, as a Christian people who run this, are very much along. We run it along the lines of, when I was in need, you visited me. Now went to the cafe church, fantastic cafe church that Nicola and Adrian are running at St Catherine's, and they have usually about 90 people. They started it with 15. You want to talk about an act of unbelievable faith and movement of God there, and people are just coming in as they are feeding the poor, helping the needy. And he read the passage where I sung To God Be the Glory, this one. And he shared also, and he won't mind you sharing now because he's made it public, that he is having to have treatment now for melanoma. And so he's going through his own moments where he's having to sing To God Be the Glory, never, even though he's going through a very difficult time. And so we send, and I would love you to do that right now, send loads of hearts and expressions of care for Adrian, who works tirelessly for this charity, together with the other trustees, to help the people that are in need. And you might be one of those people that he wants to help. And that's what he's doing. He's having treatments, but at the same time, he's actually helping people in need in their greatest point. And so if you know anybody, then please speak to us or speak to Adrian directly. You've got all the socials up the front and the email contact should you need to do that. And if you feel that you can't approach him directly, you don't know, talk to us, Sue or I, and we will, Sue or me, or we can get in contact. We will get in contact with Adrian and make recommendations. Okay. And don't feel too proud. Please don't. If you need, we can help you. We think. Okay. We obviously due diligence. People give money sacrificially, so we make sure that money is accounted for well. But that's Got a Friend Trust. Now, why don't we do? And I'm going to do this. Actually, I've considered, Rachel. I was going to do it without the backing track, but I like the backing track. We did this from the album Rhythms of the Heart, and it's a song for David, this was his introduction to me many years ago, and it's a great song by Paul that I recorded many years ago on Rhythms of the Heart Empty Page.
I am nothing without you. I'm not ashamed to say, but sometimes still I doubt you along my way. I'm nothing without you, an eagle with no wings. If I forget about you, I'll lose everything. Oh, my heart's an empty stage. Oh, let your play begin. Oh, my life's an empty page for you to color in your love. It's such a common feeling to be misunderstood. You, there's no concealing. You know my bad and good. So I'm not pretending that my story never fades. And I've already read the ending, and your love prevails. Oh, my heart's an empty stage. Oh, let your play begin. Oh, let your play begin. Oh, my life's an empty page for you to color in your life. When I think of all the time I've wasted, the high ideals, the crazy dreams. Oh, if only every man could taste this wine I've tasted. We'd begin to learn what freedom really means. I'm nothing without you. I'm not ashamed to say, sometimes still I doubt you along my way. I'm nothing without you, an eagle with no wings. If I forget about you, I lose everything. Oh, my heart's an empty stage. Oh, let let your play begin. Oh, let your play begin. All my life's an empty page for you to color in your life. I am nothing without you.
Lovely. Lovely.
I like sing that. You know, I should put that back in the show.
Yes.
Every time I think about putting it back in the show, I forget to do it.
Yes.
But we must take it with us.
That's not a surprise, of course.
Um,
The last show we did
Yeah.
was where was it? It was at Cosh.
Fleet.
Fleet. No. It
Coshhalton.
was Coshhalton. Coshhalton
Great
Baptist.
little gig that was, wasn't it?
And
Such a surprise.
it's such a surprise. Was that the one where Jonathan left the plan at
Look at
the
screen.
second song?
Sorry?
The second song. He left the sort of hopeful order by the second song, and just went crazy, just went off piste completely. But it was good. It was great.
Well, we
But I
like
just
doing
thought
that.
it's some kind of record.
Well, I think actually
He
what
left
we've
him on
been
the second song.
noticing is that nearly every show I've done this year, I've gone completely off piste within 2 or 3 songs.
And it's been wonderful. It's just been so varied and so interesting that no two shows are the same.
I think actually David's wife was completely surprised by that when we did I think the January, February show, and it was in Salisbury, Shrewsbury, yeah.
Shrewsbury.
And well, I looked out the audience. I thought, well, it's going to be completely different here, so let's do something different, and set it up by interviewing people beforehand. So that we found, I find, you see, this is what I find is that people are interesting and they want to tell their story. You just have to ask them. That's the truth. We all have a story that we need to tell, and we go betwixt and between, the people, as I say, the people that run towards you and go, hi, and they're running past you. But the majority of people that we know, if you say to them, Adrian and I were talking about this, you say to them, so how are you? That word. You emphasise the word are. And, how are you? Suddenly people want to talk because their lives go at such pace and things happen and tragedy happens and then good things happen and they want to tell you about them as well. It's not just about tragedy. It's just sharing the good stuff as well as the bad. I think, that song, I want Jesus to walk with me. And I know Liz has been watching tonight from Scotland. And if you remember, Liz and John, if you are watching now, it was all, I want Jesus to walk with me. In my troubles, walk with me. In my sorrows, walk with me. I want Jesus. And then you, John you
said,
put, in my joys, walk with me. In my joy, walk with me. When my life is filled with laughter, I want Jesus to walk with me. And so actually suddenly the song changes because it doesn't just become about all the troubles that we've got. And so I love that. We meet people where they are. And I think whether you're a person of faith or not, one of the things you can do is just go and talk to people. And people will want to talk to you back, invariably. If they don't, they'll make it quite clear. But the couple of people that we were walking along on the
front
the other day, they said that I just happened to say, you find something that's common between you, the dog or something, oh, that's a nice dog, and you talk to the dog first, and then you talk to them. And within about 8 seconds, he'd opened up, started talking about his own life, and further along, just literally about 200 paces, came a man who was on crutches, but his wife was pushing a wheelchair. So I just said, so what's happened here then? What's the story? And just ask him that. And it is what I think Jesus did. One tries to learn from the master himself, literally, and the master of connection. And he always seemed to ask the question. Now, you're saying to me, what's the question? Well, there's not a set question. It is the question that says, so what are you doing here? Well, I'm drawing water. I'm at a well. Of course I'm at the well. And he then says, oh, I know all about you. He knows before he asks, but he knows that there's a problem. I saw a man with the crutches, and I thought, I know there's a problem, and I probably know that you're making an effort to walk along here, even though it was excruciatingly painful. And it was, what was it, Sue? Was it spinal bifida? Not spinal bifida, it was multiple sclerosis.
No, it's multiple sclerosis, I think. Yeah.
So, and then he started talking to me, and his daughter started talking, and his wife started talking, and it opens up the family, because suddenly the family are involved in this story called multiple sclerosis and all that involves. And so it's actually not that difficult. You ask, and people talk. Go on, Sue.
Well, I was going to say, yes, you ask and you listen. And that's what we're always learning, that people will hint at something and you listen out for those hints, those cues, those pings in the conversation that make you go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's a slight hesitation in the reply, and you give the person an opportunity to speak if they want to. And that's...
Can I use an example of that?
Please do.
Which was when I went with Matthew. Matthew was buying a piano, and he took me to a place in Bicester, and he bought this piano. Well, we went there. I was taken along for the gravitas, and so I got talking to the couple, who were an older couple, younger than me, but older, and I just charmed them and chatted, and it was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful house. And it had a bit, and I said what a lovely house it was, and da. And they said yes, and they said we're moving though, and so I said, oh really? Oh, that's sad. I said we've got 5 bedrooms. I said, oh right, so you had lots of children, and there was an exchange look between them, and they just looked and said, and there was permission given by the husband to the wife to talk about it, and she said, we had 3, we now have 2. And one of their children died of cancer at 21. And I said, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to, fall upon this. I said, I didn't mean to. And they said, she stopped. She said, no, we welcome the opportunity to talk about our daughter. None of our friends want to talk about it. She said the friends parted and didn't want to talk about it because it was too difficult. And what I've always said is that a lot of the people that I know on this show, you wanted to talk, and you were able to talk about my illness when I got ill. When we were ill, you talked about it. Some of my long-term friends couldn't cope with it. And what they said was, because they found it difficult, they said nothing. And that I found very hard. And so I've tried to learn from that as well, with friends who are going through treatment, like Adrian and loads of other people. And so actually, we ended up talking for 40 minutes about a lovely daughter. And I said, oh, show me a picture of her. And she was thrilled to show me a picture. And I said, oh, she's just like you. Oh, she said, you think so? Yes. And so 40 minutes became a whole, what we're stepping on. And if Liz is listening again, what we're stepping on is holy ground. Whenever we move around, we spread the kingdom of God. And that is holy ground where we're on, where God can actually do his thing for people and in people's lives. Well, that's what I believe as a Christian. You might not believe that, but it's certain you might just want to have a conversation and be kind to people. And that's where I am with all of that. Anyway, one of the songs I wanted to sing was the lovely backing track for Fields of Gold. And I haven't played this for a long time. And this one I recorded for Sue. And in all my ups and downs and everything else, I think Fields of Gold, this is for you.
You remember when the west wind moves upon the fields of barley, you'll forget the sun and his jealous sky as we walk in fields of gold. So she took her love for to gaze a while upon the fields of barley. In his arms she fell as her hair came down among the fields of gold. Will you stay with me? Will you be my love among the fields of barley? We'll forget the sun and his jealous sky as we lie in fields of gold. I never made promises like this. There have been some that I've broken, but I swear in the days still left, we'll walk in fields of gold. Yes, we'll walk in fields of gold. Raoul bless us. I never made promises lightly. There have been some that I've broken. Oh, but I swear in the days still left, we'll walk in fields of gold. Yes, we'll walk in fields of gold. Many years have passed since those summer days among the fields of barley. See the children run as the sun goes down among the fields of gold. You remember me when the west wind moves upon the fields of barley. You can tell the sun in his jealous sky when we walked in fields of gold. When we walked in fields of gold. When we walked in fields of gold. Great Sting who wrote that one, beautiful.
And I am going to dedicate that to lovely Pete and Sarah Emberley, who had their sapphire wedding anniversary last week. Now,
Where's
is
sapphire?
that 45, 35?
Ooh,
It's
that's
a
Trivial
5,
Pursuit
isn't
question,
it?
that one, isn't
That's
it?
a 5 of some kind, I think. So
Okay.
let us know what that is. But congratulations to a lovely couple.
And also,
Really-
can I dedicate that one also to Al, who's listening hopefully tonight.
He is.
And Al,
He is. He's suggesting building a pergola so that we can walk from the...
that's what he'll do it too. He would. He's the man to build it. You have to see. Oh, his garden. He's built.
45.
What?
45 is Sapphire. Thank you, Sarah.
45, thank you.
Congratulations.
If you want to build a pergola, I'm not going to stop you. But Al, let me just say something to you, because Al is one of those people who's been having a lot of problems with his heart recently, and he's in for an operation for an ablation because he's been having very low heartbeats, and he's been a bit frightened at times, I think, of what's been going on, because not knowing. So lots of visits to St. Peter's, and Al and Lorna, who've been friends for, 55 years or so now.
Don't say it like that.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's not mine, obviously, because I'm very young, but you...
I don't think it's quite that many.
Is it not? How old are you?
That makes me 69.
Okay, so it's 48. See, that's what... I was out yesterday with my son, Daniel, and I said to Dan, at Waverley Abbey, we're having a lovely afternoon at Waverley Abbey. We did have a lovely afternoon, little walk and a thing. And I said, that one over there, which was the Abbey, was built. Was built. I said, and the Abbey was finished in 1842.
No, you
1242.
Yes, you did.
And he went, oh, Dad, yeah, right, of course it is. So you'd have the date. And of course, we walked across there, and he said, "Of course it's not." And
The context is that Dan did a degree in history, so he was thinking,
said, "You
Dad
plucked out
can't
of the air."
possibly be right.
Couldn't possibly be right. He got there, and David, what did he find, Sue? It was 1231.
So
It was
you
finished.
weren't
So I was
right.
out by
He
9
was
years. But
completely
hey,
right.
what's 9 years in 800? I think within the nearest. I think you've got a poem to read.
I have got a poem to read. I just need to find it. So here we go. Oh, thank you very much. So our lovely poet in residence has written something to celebrate our 5 years of being in the Steinway Room. So the Steinway Room anniversary. In the beginning was a 2-letter word, the monogram of a one who must be heard. The word meant music, wit and hilarity, and that well-managed word was called JV. In 2020, as the COVID took wing, he reached out by mobile phone to sing. On the 5th day of April, they reached out to the nation, and unlike God's, 'twas a single day's creation. From his piano at which he was seated, broadcast on the internet with Sue, they greeted whosoever tuned in on that auspicious day, which would change lives forever, so many say. The audience grew fast to east, west, north and south as news spread of this happening by word of mouth, to the point where, broadcast on YouTube and Facebook, numbers climbed as people's curiosity made them look. And as people solace and comfort would find, song, verse, hymns and prayers to soothe head and mind. Sorry, there was a typo there. And during that time of worry caused by a COVID gloom came what's known as JV, live from the Steinway Room. Oh, nice one, Jerry.
Good.
Of course, JV not everything could do. And so in the top right of our screens appeared Sue, JV's first wife, whose presence was most vital, and thus the manager became her special title. From JV Towers, our lives have been enriched greatly. It's a family home, but in fairness, it's not stately. It's not. There's no need for tickets. All sit in the box royal. Those JV followers, all of them most loyal. On YouTube at first, 80 viewers was the count. Now nearer 1,500 is the amount. Not from 1 camera to 7. Phew, what great progress. Now Sue has 15 different buttons to press, which is just about right.
It's about right.
The JV community into being came with a Facebook page which bears the same name. All may post what they wish, never obscene, and send prayers and kind thoughts by all to be seen. To help other people is an absolute must. Hence the formation of You Got a Friend Trust, or YGAF for those whose finances have come to harm, around whom the community thus puts an arm. For performers, work dried up as COVID progressed. JV realised that this needed to be addressed. Through crowdfunding, the community financed new sounds. 3 CDs were made with £31,000. Kidney failure for JV during COVID came, which curtailed all activities led by the same. And greater love hath no one than to give their life. And a surprising match for transplant was Sue, his wife. So a kidney she gave him, which put the brakes on his ills, though each day he must swallow a shed load of pills. The new JV, not much different from the old, though what's new is that he has Sue built in. Well, the Steinway Room sounds indeed very grand. Well, the piano is, but I'm led to understand, according to intelligence received, if you think it's enormous, then you've been deceived. But the time came to move elsewhere instead, to an outbuilding, JV's giant garden shed. And men came along to move it one fine morn to its new home without ruining the green-striped lawn. Once it had been transferred into its place, manoeuvring was required, and the look on JV's face when learning, after years, a closer look reveals the Steinway can be moved as its hidden wheels. But now it's been installed, should we avert our eyes? Why? Because it's topless, though it's no surprise that this improves the sound when all to please. JV sits down and twiddles on its keys. Rachel's been round and wired the place for sound, set up cameras to cover all around. Effectively, it's like a TV studio. More space, light, sound, more music. What a show. The phantom raspberry that went due south when JV threw it, aiming for Sue's mouth. John Bound's investigation has been closed. Says he, its whereabouts will remain a mystery. Can I just say, we have never found it.
No, we haven't.
Even when we cleared out the Steinway room, no raspberry. Now, there's something which our sanity saves. Whenever on screen, Jonathan Veira misbehaves. The hand of authority comes down fair but hard, and on the screen appears the iconic test card. The manager, when all is sung, said and done, remains the arbiter of all JV's Sunday Steinway fun. For one of her kidneys, JV bears with pride. What's more important, if not what you can see, but what's inside? Nice one.
Very good.
Show 167, the most recent, March 16. The next one from the new hub will be seen. So we're 168. No doubt it will start, as always in the past, with Piano Man. Bets placed on how long it might last. Until we meet at JV's estate again, go peaceful. May the Lord with you remain. May he bless you and keep you and shine and upon you shine. All things will be well. All will turn out fine. What a masterpiece. What a masterpiece. Well done, Jerry.
Excellent.
Well done.
Very good.
Marvellous.
Some loads of hearts for that, please. A
Yes,
lot
that
of
was
work
lovely.
went into that. Oh, Jerry, well done, mate. That was very good. And because of that, I'm going to sing this for you. His favourite of mine. Take my life and let it be consecrated, Lord, to Thee. Take my moments and my days, let them flow in ceaseless praise. Take my hands and let them move at the impulse of Thy love. Take my feet and let them be swift and beautiful for Thee. Take my voice and let me sing always only for my King. Take my lips and let them be filled with messages from Thee. Take my silver and my gold, not a mite would I withhold. Take my intellect and use every power as Thou shalt choose. Take my will and make it Thine. It shall be no longer mine. Take my heart, it is Thine own. It shall be Thy royal throne. Take
this earth, and I will be ever only all for thee, ever only all for thee. And now, for somebody, God of the Moon and Stars, before we
Oh
can
yes,
bring it to a
Valerie
close.
Ng wanted this one. So
Val,
yes.
this is for you. And I'm sure, actually, we've talked about it. We'd love to have Richard back in the next few months. So talk to him, Val, and let's see where we can arrange to get him back to play in the new Steinway room. I know you all loved him so much, and it will be exhausting, but fantastic. That's all I can say. We'll have it. God of the Moon and Stars. BT. Please.
Yeah.
And after this, we're going to go home. Oh, hold on. We are home. You're going to stay at home as well. Being the virtue of this thing, apart from David, unless he wants to stay the night. But no, you're going home. All right. Here we go. God of the moon and stars, God of the near and far, God of the fragile hearts we are, I come to you. God of our history, God of the future that will be, what will you make of me? I come to you. God of the meek and mild, God of the reckless and the wild, God of the unreconciled, I come to you. God of our life and death, God of our secrets unconfessed, God of our every living breath, I come to you. God of the rich and poor, God of the princess and the whore, God of the ever open door, I come to you. God of the unborn child, God of the pure and undefiled, God of the outcast and reviled, I come to you. God of the war and peace, God of the junkie and the priest, God of the greatest and the least, I come to you. God of the refugee, God of the prisoner and the free, God of our doubts and certainty, I come to you. of the Lord and the thief, God of our faith and unbelief, I come to you. God of the wounds we bear, God of the deepest dreams we share, God of our unspoken prayer, I come to you. God of a world that's lost, God of the lonely, lonely cross, God who has come to us, we come to you. Go peaceful in gentleness through the violence of these days. Give freely, show tenderness in all your ways. Through darkness, in troubled times, let holiness be your aim. Seek wisdom, let faithfulness burn like a flame. God speed you, God lead you, and keep you wrapped around his heart. May you be known by love. Be righteous. Speak truthfully in a world of greed and lies. Show kindness, see everyone through heaven's eyes. God, hold all of you, enfold all of you, and keep you wrapped around his heart. May you be known by love. It's great to be in the new room. Just one verse of this and then we're going to go. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you and give you his peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you. give you his peace and give you his peace.
Have a good week this week, and we're back when, Sue?
So I'm not very good with my dates tonight.
The last Sunday in
There's a lot
April, I
going
think.
on in my head.
Last Sunday in April.
The
In the
last Sunday
meantime,
in April.
in the last meantime, we wish you a happy Easter because we'll be away.
We do, we
And
do.
next time we see you will be post-Easter, so we can say with a surety, Christ is risen. And have a good week. Love you lots.
Thank
and
you for
thank
joining
you to all of you.
us. Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed this, and tell us on the feed what you thought. What about the show, and what about the new look, and whether you think it was all worth it in the end.
A lot of hard work went
Thanks
into
to
it.
all of
Jonathan, Rachel, David, lots of hard work, and well done, everyone. It looks and sounds
And Al.
amazing.
Thank you. God
Thank
bless.
you.
Good night.
Bye.